Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If it's the first time stopping by, my name's Lauren. I am mum to Freddie, who is 16 months old, and today I am here with Sophie.
Hi! I've got a little girl, she's almost 16 months old, and this is, can I just say, my first time vlogging, so we'll see how it goes.
We are going to discuss the differences between children and babies, because Freddie and Liberty are so different.
If I keep looking down, that's because I've got my dog on my lap. This is Luna. Don't bark, Luna, please.
So if we start with waking up in the morning, Freddie has always been in a real routine. So he will wake up between 6 and 7, mainly around 6:30.
Yeah, whereas Liberty is literally like completely different. She actually lays in, but I'll explain later why she lays in. Her rough wake up call is about 8 o'clock, but it can literally be anywhere between 8 and 10 o'clock.
Freddie, when he wakes up, he will want his bottle straight away, so he's hungry as soon as he wakes up. He has still 8 ounces now, and then his breakfast at 8 o'clock.
Liberty, I normally actually feed her because I still breastfeed. She normally has a bit of milk before we actually wake up. I'm lazy and I like to lay down and feed her, and I always have done. And then we'll get up, and she's really not into food even still. I try and feed her breakfast, but she's not really interested in it. She occasionally asks for a nana, which she will have on the odd occasion, but again she eats about half of it and then just decides that she doesn't want any more.
So isn't that really weird? Because Freddie, breakfast is his main meal of the day. He's at his most hungriest in the morning, so he'll have porridge or cereal, toast, 1 round of toast, some fruit and a yoghurt. So
that's so strange, isn't it? Yeah, Liberty is completely different. She's just not interested, and then she will eat more and more as the day goes on.
After breakfast we just get on with our day, and Freddie will get tired. It's getting later and later now, but he does seem to be more tired when he wakes up than longer throughout the day, so he will tend to go down for a nap at around 9:30 in the morning, and for a good hour and a half, 2 hours sometimes. So whereas you have a longer nap in the afternoon.
Yeah, so Liberty does sometimes have a nap in the morning. It depends what we get up to, or if not, then if we're going out sort of late morning, she'll have a nap in the car. Just depends like how our day is set.
I think because Freddie, I just put him down in his cot and he knows this is nap time and he's tired and he just goes to sleep, whereas you kind of have to a bit more effort.
We have a bit of a nightmare with Liberty, so she actually sleeps in our bed, which I will talk about later. I know some people don't agree with it, but that's just worked for us. But she hates her cot, she will not go in it, and if I have to get her to sleep during the day, we have to go out for a walk in the pram, even if it's raining, or just for literally a drive in the car, and I watch her like a hawk out my window, or I'll sit in the car with her. So it's not the best routine, but again it does work for us.
Bearing in mind we have just done 3 laps around.
Yeah, and that wasn't even for Liberty,
no,
that
was
for
actually
Freddie.
for Freddie.
So Liberty nodded off like first lap.
So moving on to lunchtime, Freddie will, if you hear that, it's just cars going past. Sorry about that. Yeah, lunchtime, Freddie will have his lunch around 12:30ish, maybe. It obviously depends on where we are and what we're doing, but he doesn't eat so much for lunch, so he'll just kind of pick at things. He was a really good eater when he was a baby, but has since kind of started to go off a lot of foods. He loves his vegetables, but is not so keen on fruit.
Yeah, and Liberty, she is actually okay at lunch most of the time. We normally give her like some sort of soup or sandwich. She definitely prefers feeding herself. If she doesn't feed herself, then she tends not to eat so much.
Yeah, I think
yeah, you're
got
the same.
Yeah.
And then like she does love her snacks like Freddie as well. But she's definitely getting better as she's got older. It's actually quite opposite to Lauren and Freddie. Liberty, when we introduced food to her, we did try and introduce a little bit just before 6 months, but I could tell she wasn't ready, so we did wait it out till 6 months. And she was never interested in food, like, at all. I pretty much had to force it upon her to have anything. She hated all baby, what are they called? The baby pots.
Jars.
The jars, yeah.
What Freddie lived on, didn't he?
Yeah,
He wouldn't
she
have
hates
anything
jars,
homemade.
and the only thing I found that she actually liked was the Ella's Kitchen pouches, and she used to actually have them quite a lot for breakfast as well. They've got the banana and baby rice, and it's actually really good, and she loved that, and she loves all the fruit ones, but she never likes just vegetable.
I think with the Ella's Kitchen and the organics, we both had that in common, didn't we? Because both Freddie and Liberty had a cow's milk protein allergy.
Yeah.
So with the organics and Ella's Kitchen, they're both organic food sources. So obviously don't have milk in them. So
yeah, a lot of them are dairy free, aren't they?
Yeah,
which is really
dairy-free.
good for them. That's definitely, if your children, if anyone watching this that children that has a cow's milk allergy and you're looking at weaning soon, then I would definitely recommend those products, because a lot of them don't have milk in. That there's a few other brands that I had a look at, and you do get a few that do have it in. So just make sure you look at the ingredients when you have a look at that.
They have a lot of snacks as well for you, don't they? As well,
Yeah,
not just the jars
definitely.
and
They're
sachets
brilliant.
and things. But yeah, so with the nap time in the afternoon, as I said, Freddie has a shorter nap in the afternoon, so probably around 45 minutes to an hour. I'm kind of trying to get Freddie now into moving into one midday nap rather than the two separate morning and afternoon, but I'm still struggling because he's so tired in the morning. But yeah, so he has about 45 minutes to an hour around 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Yeah, whereas Liberty, she actually has a longer nap in the afternoon. She occasionally can go all day without a nap, but I think that is probably just to do with her waking up a lot later than what Freddie does, because he gets up bright and early. And so yeah, she sometimes doesn't actually nap until probably about 1-2 o'clock, and she'll have about 2 hours, and that brings up to 4 o'clock ish. Obviously anything after 4 o'clock is a complete danger zone. We won't go into that. But yeah, if she actually does nap until 4, then she will hold out till her bedtime routine, which should be between 7 and 8, but it's not always the case.
So I don't have an issue.
Sorry, it's just
There's
Luna.
a dog.
There's a dog walk past. I'm really sorry. Luna.
Yeah, see, I've never had an issue with Freddie having what everyone calls danger naps. If he falls asleep at 4-5 o'clock for half an hour, it really doesn't affect him. He still goes down at his bedtime. So
I would love that.
yeah,
We had that conversation when I texted you the other day, didn't we?
We then have tea around 5 o'clock, just before Tommy gets home from work, so that then Tommy can concentrate on just having an hour with Freddie when he gets home. Again, Freddie just kind of picks at tea time and will eat his vegetables and not much meat, whereas he used to eat a lot of meat. And then he really does like yogurt, so he'll have kind of a yogurty dessert or something like that, but not as much as what he tends to have for breakfast. So
Yeah, Liberty, her meal in the evening, it's usually good, but it does depend on how she's feeling. She's really been teething and been quite unwell lately, so it's gone downhill, but she did actually start eating quite a lot. So we normally just do like a sausage casserole, shepherd's pie. She loves like mashed potatoes, so anything we're mashing. She loves potato waffles, and then just she loves peas. Freddie likes peas as well, doesn't he? Peas is like a great shout, and sweet corn. They absolutely love them. And then yeah, for dessert, she's not that fussed about yogurts. I don't know if it's because of her cow's milk allergy. I never really gave them to her when she was quite young, and I only introduced them to her when she was about probably about 11 months old.
Because Freddie had dairy-free yogurts, didn't
he? And so I never really introduced her, so she didn't really know what it was. And when she ate it, she's still not fussed by it now. I've even bought like the Milky Bar ones, which is like white chocolate, and I pretty much eat all of it. She doesn't eat any of it at all. Yeah. So, but she loves her fruit. She loves, and it's always the expensive fruit.
Did you start off when you were given when you were weaning? Did you start off with a lot of sweet stuff?
Yeah.
So they do say that.
Yeah, I did. They do say obviously like to try and give them some vegetables to start with because they might get used to sweet stuff. But the problem I was having is that she was either eating nothing or sweet stuff, and I always had the conscience there that she wasn't going to have anything at all. So I always decided to give her fruit, or Ella's Kitchen always do the fruit and veg mixed.
Yeah.
And she actually really liked that.
Moving on to bedtime routine. Freddie has a bath at 6:30, and we then get him ready for bed, give him his bottle, another 8 ounces, and then we say night, and he walks, gives me and Tommy a kiss, and then walks into his bedroom and tries to climb into his cot.
That sounds like luxury. It's not as easy as that for me, unfortunately. With Liberty, I'll say bed to her. She's just not interested. She wants to run around most of the evening. But I try not to let her stay awake past 8, and that is like my strict rule. So how I actually have to get her to sleep is she sleeps in our bed, and
Do you go to bed with her?
I do, but then I get back up again, but I have to sneak up if not she wakes up.
Yeah.
So it can take me about half an hour to get her to sleep, and sometimes she doesn't want to go to sleep at all, but I just have to keep laying her down, and if she sits back up again and I keep doing it, she does think it's a game sometimes, which is a bit of a nightmare, but we're working on it.
On an average night then, how long can it take you to try and get her to sleep?
About an hour.
Really?
Yeah, I'm laying there for an hour and I just want to watch something on TV
Yeah.
with Blake, and it never works. So we always say we'll watch a film tonight, and Liberty always ruins it.
It's too late by then.
Yeah, it is, and then we're always tired anyway.
Want to sleep yourself.
Yeah, so I normally get her to sleep by feeding her. She doesn't have a dummy, she doesn't have a comforter, she never has done. It's not because I have anything against dummies, or bottle feeding at that, can I just say. And with dummies, she's just not into it at all. I've actually tried to force one upon her and she just won't have it. So it's unfortunately just me putting my boob in her mouth, and that is how she goes to sleep. And without that, it can be a little bit of a nightmare. So I am dreading weaning her off that. I am trying, but at the moment it is just the night time and the first morning feed that she has with breastfeeding. But I just don't really know where to start. So if anyone's got any tips or advice on how to get her off, then that would be greatly appreciated. One of the things I also wanted to mention was, obviously I said earlier in the video that me and Liberty and Blake, we all co-sleep together. Oh, and Luna. Can I just say, Luna does sleep in our bed as well, I have to confess. Yeah, there's 4 of us. And so, yeah, Luna, I always call Liberty Luna, I do it every time. Liberty has slept in our bed since she's probably been about 6 weeks old. With her cow's milk allergy, she was always up at night time, and she's always had stomach problems, so I had a really hard time.
As well, didn't we? Because Freddie was up all during the day and slept at night.
Whereas Liberty was really good during the day. You wouldn't even know she had anything wrong with her, but at night time it was a complete nightmare. I had to do everything I possibly could to try and get her to sleep. So that's the reason that we do co-sleep, is just because that the cow's milk allergy really did affect her.
I think that's us. So we just wanted to really put it across that it's definitely okay for children to be so far apart in their routines. I mean, Liberty doesn't have a routine specifically at all, and Freddie is set in a routine, and it doesn't mean that they're a bad child or a good child, or it's just the way it works for that family and how they are. So I will leave a link to Sophie's empty YouTube channel below, and she will upload very soon.
Yes.
And if you like the video of us together, leave us a comment, because we can always do some more videos together.
As long as they nap together.
Yeah. That was difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is us for today, and we'll hope to see you again soon. Bye!
Bye!